If truly you followed that video carefully, you will notice something. I'm going to touch this thing one after the other so that you will know. In my last video, I drew these particular red lines you are seeing here. These lines, and I carefully mentioned that I'll be leaving this thing for a period of time. This was a kind of class I had with some of my students, which I did. And I told them that I'll be making video on this to inform my followers who truly believe in me that this is what is coming in the market in Boom 500 and how they can make money out of it and start enjoying Forex. But do you know the funny thing? Only few follow this thing, and some of them have shown me proof of what they make. Some of them have come back and say thank you because they followed the instruction. Or look at the problem. The problem is that people lack patience to wait. This is my advice I'm giving out to every one of you that want to succeed in forex trading. I know of a truth that many people hate GDFX, but that is not my business. Many people don't really like me. That is true. But one thing they don't know is that criticism is part of announcement. So listen, please listen. This is very simple. But the problem here is that can you do it? Many of you, there are some people when they roll into my mentorship class, I will ask them, stay 2 weeks off, stay 1 month off, learn, pay attention. You have paid for this mentorship, pay attention. Leave all this rushing, I have responsibilities, leave it and learn. Now look at this. This is how market runs. I was able to mention this because I marked this thing based on this and based on this trend line here. Then I told them that this market will be coming to this point, that it may cross, that the only guarantee that you should be expecting a market to reverse to this point is if this market will cross this line, then return back and start coming back. Any market that starts from here, again, that is where you'll be expecting to enter for a sell. But whatever that may have happened in between this area is a no-go area. This instruction may sound so simple, but the ability to wait to see that happen is the issue. And in my own way of trading, I don't normally try to focus on the past because past or back testing can feel more convincing, but in the reality it will be difficult. This is one of the reasons many of us will watch old videos, watch new videos, watch YouTube videos. At the end, will find it difficult to enter market and make good decisions. Why? Because I will come back here now and show you and say, when you see this thing, enter. Enter from this very corner here. Then it can be easy to say. Now, when you are seeing this thing, you have seen this particular market happen this way in different ways. Then for you to identify this candle will be very difficult because you can easily see it when it has happened. But when it's about to happen, it's a different thing. And that is why in a mentorship class, I always pay attention to make sure that most of my students will understand the movement of the candle, even though that sometimes after talking to them, because I need to be open to us, even after sometimes when I talk to them, I know what I'm telling them, but I now have this challenge whether actually these people really understood what I was saying, whether they get it, whether they know actually that this thing I'm telling them, though sometimes you see them feel a kind of they don't really understand it because this is not what they expected from me. How can I will paid you to show us enter here, then you are here telling us, but this thing is one thing people don't really know. Some of them, see, let me tell you, I have some people under my mentorship who have used Forex to buy lands, buy houses. I'm not talking about $2,000, I'm talking about millions, who have been faithful. They have entered into Forex to a point that they don't lack anything. Now, what could be the reason? What could be their secret? Their secret is simple. Wait. Pay great attention to what the market is saying. Stop rushing into the market. You went to work, you come back in the 8, around 8 o'clock, only for you to have a time. The only time you have to trade is by 7. So because it's 7 p.m., that is the only time you have. So you have to make the market respond to your 7 to 8 hour, 8 p.m. or whatever time. So that is the only time you have. I don't really have time. I go to work in the morning, so I need to wake up by 4 and trade till 5. So what if the market is not prepared at the moment? What if there is no positive entry point? You have to force the market to respond to your own time. Based on that, things will messing up. Now look at this. Let me count it before so that you know why this market responded to what I predicted. Number one, this is one market, a day candle. Look at this. This is a day candle. So whatever that happened in between is none of my business. It was a day candle. And I want them, when this thing cross over to this place, don't relax, because it may not give you what you want. Everyone that listening to me in a mentorship class can bear me witness of this, that I want them. Then in our last video, I was able to point out, and this line was still here. I showed them that what will be happening in this market is here, here. The market will be going there and be coming. Then the only opportunity you have is for you to see this entry point and you place trade here. Now look at the problem. Listen, please listen. This is the problem. What is the problem? Do you know that this is a day candle? This one is another one. This one is another one. This one is another one. This, this. So count it: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then the breaking out candle, 9. 9 solid days you are still watching the market. Who does that? Who does that? How can I do that? Who does that? So how can you expect me to wait for 9 solid days just to enter trade? Do you want hunger to kill me and my family? These are some of the things I see. These are some of the things I hear from people. So making it difficult for them to understand the actual conditions of the market. Now, if you waited for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then, or possibly you saw these things dropping in 1 hour time frame, in 30 minutes time frame, you were able to grab some of those things, but you have a target. Your target is here. While you are waiting for all those things, that does not mean that you will not be trading, or you will not be trading with more confidence. In these areas, you'll be trading when you know that 1 hour time that the candle will be dropping, at least within the space of 1 hour, it will drop more. Out of 60 minutes, it may drop like 30 minutes, or you may drop like 40 something minutes, or even 30 minutes. So while you are waiting for those things, like when this thing is dropping like this, dropping, anyone that knows what market is saying will enter trade, knowing the resistance zone and support zones of this market. Then with this support zone, you know of a truth that if this thing starts dropping, because it have not crossed this line, especially when you have watched the market get to this point, you will notice that it will be dropping. So at this point, you can enter market even if it happens. See, listen. This market can be moving like this for a whole day. At this point, the ones who like to do Skyping can be Skyping at this point. You can place 1 hour time frame, from 1 hour time frame, and take one candle. This thing is something I want you to know. Out of this whole candle is 24 hours. So this 24 hours means 24 candles in 1 hour time frame. So in these 24 candles in 1 hour time frame, it simply means that when you find the opportunities to trade, look for 1 hour candle that will be successful in a day candle and place your trade. That is how we'll do it, and that is how successful it can be. Then the question now is, why then waiting for breakout in a higher time frame? Imagine you have waited, you have been trading slowly, small, then waiting for this opportunity to come. When this opportunity comes, what that means is that you have more chances, more opportunities. I have a guy under my mentorship that followed this instruction. I can tell you, he left this market for almost a whole day or 2 days. And what if I show you what he gets, it will shock you. It will shock you. I think I will drop this thing here so that you will see. It will shock you. So from there, he took over this market and he was smiling. I was asking him, Oga, is this thing you are doing in demo or live? He said it's live account. So I will have imagined when somebody placed like 4, 5 positions, leaving it to count with $1 or 50 cents. This thing, just think of how far that person will be going. And the same person paid the mentorship that some other persons paid, yet they cannot push. Why? Because when you see, when you learn, you start working towards it. That's number one. Number two, when you know that you have been learning, learn to practice. That is number two. Number three, when you know you have learned, you have been practicing, nothing is working, learn to add up in your capital, because opportunities that you can manage with $10 and opportunities you can manage with $200 to $1,000 are not the same. This is one simple truth you should know. Whenever you are trading with $10, you are at the highest risk in the forex trading. When you are trading with $50, you are in the highest risk in the forex trading. Even when you have $200, you are still at risk, because forex is not a respecter of any religion, faith, anything you practice. Forex don't have that time to understand you. The only thing that forex responds to is when you place trade, because that is why you'll be watching your market and your capital will be there. Until you place trade, your capital is still safe. Now, what is the next move of this market? Can we do that now? All right, okay, let's go ahead. Now, this is, I've drawn this line now because this is where the attention is now. This is where the attention is. Remember, this is a day trade. So let me just make it long. Now, as this thing is now, this place now, uh, initially, from this direction, from this direction now, listen, from this direction, this place were resistance zone. But because this market have pushed out from this place, it, look at this, there is a tendency, look at what I'm drawing now, there is a tendency that this market may, remember the word may, let me use this to show you what I mean. There is a possibility that this market may return here. It's not that this candle will be coming here straight. Everyone that trade knows what I'm saying. It will do whatever it will do in this space and return here. Then remember that as long as this market have been dropping from that corner, currently now here to these zones becomes a support zone. So which means that there is a tendency that more of these things will be happening within this space. So as this thing is happening between this space, it will be a time for you to watch opportunities. Now, what should I do in this market? The trend lines is still pushing bullish. Get that? Buyers are still in charge of this market. So when you check in today's candle, if you go down to a kind of 1 hour time frame, you notice that it is bullish and bearish, so there is weak candle here. Look at this very thing here. This is weak candle. So they want to, sellers want to take over the market. They have frustrated the first candle, frustrated the second candle. So one thing we don't know is what will be the future of this very candle. We can only predict that from our 4 hours to day candle. So what is the 4 hours? What was the nature of the last candle? You have seen it. This is doji. You have seen this is inverted doji. So they want to open up an opportunity. So now when you have seen this thing coming up, because you know in every 4 hours candle there is 4 candles in the 1 hour time frame. So now this market possibly will try to push close to somewhere here. This is something I want you to know. So if this thing will push somewhere here, it will now spike back very long. If you watch this video and you check the date of this video, you can follow these things and see what I'm telling you, if actually I know what I'm doing in the forest world. So now this thing will come a little bit and push back, or from there it will just come a little and push back. If it pushes back in a space of 30 minutes, it may come back and have a weak candle. Then that week candle, but the main target is somewhere here. It's somewhere here. So from this market coming to this place now, what it simply means is that in day candle, it will come up to this place. Then at that time, Wona said the target now will be, is this thing, if it get to this point and spike back again, it means that this journey continues on a bullish market, which means everyone I want to catch spike, because this is boom, will still have more opportunities. But if that did not happen, this thing, the key reasons forex traders are losing out is that they do the analysis from one side. That is strong. Market is a journey of probability. When you are programming for sell, also program for buy. How do I mean? When you are saying that this market is a buying market or bullish market or selling market, which is bearish, there is something you need to pay attention to. That thing is that this thing may not go the way you want it. And you have to set your target very clear. What is the target? If this thing should touch here and go this way, this is what I should be doing. But if it goes this way and if it touch here and continue this way, then your duty now is to know actually when to place your trade. What is that all about? You now said, okay, if this thing touches at this very spot, I will not enter immediately. I would like to withdraw back a little bit, then come back and give me what I want. Like this very market now. When this market crossed over to this place, some people thought that this thing is now a bullish market, only for the next candle to come up and start coming back to this point. That this thing broke out from this place does not mean that it was easy for people. When they saw this thing, the new candle that opened up somewhere and it was going back like this, people will be saying, ah, thank God, because this is where the market opened up. So, but it started coming up, coming up, coming up. Some will say, ah, because when this thing was coming up like this, it was bearish market. Some will say, okay, finally, the market is taking over, not knowing that there is something that frustrated this candle. There is a presence of bullish in this place. That this one is coming up simply means that sellers want to try. But you should not ignore the presence of bullish, which is the presence of buyers in the market. Don't ignore those things. They are powerful. So you should not ignore those things. You have seen that the attempt that was made in this market from the other side of the market was frustrated. So why then should you believe that this coming candle will move smoothly to this point without any interruption? So that is why you should know when to buy and when to say no. Like this very candle now, like this very candle. Let me show you this candle. Like this very candle. These things are practical things. When bullish was pushing to this point, you should know that this thing that frustrated this market was the presence of sellers. So when this candle comes up, you should only wait for it to spike. If this thing spike back and retrace back, then check the zone where it is. You will notice that this is a zone. There is a support here. There is support in this place. This thing will now have the momentum to move for at least a period of time. At this point, you can now go straight to the market and do your business. Let me mark that place and show you what I just said now. Just look at this market. Can I change this color? Please permit me to change this color so that it will be more visible. Let me make it, like this color. Good. So now, if you go back to something like 4 hours and we'll check on that, did you see it? Did you see it? So with this little thing you are seeing now, it it clearly indicates that this zone now was a kind of bullish market, bearish market, and anyone who knows what he's doing in the forest have now seen an opportunity. Come on, I don't know if I'm talking to somebody. So this is how market works. As simple as you can ever mention. Look at it. It was all bearish market. Look at it. What this thing means is that you have more opportunities. You have more opportunities, more trending opportunities than gazing in the market. This is what I mean. With this type of market now, you can make I mean your day will be a success. I mean, your day will be a success. When you do this analysis in a kind of careful way, you will do your Forex, you will trade, and the thing will be, I don't know how to say this. This is how we run market. It's not all about rushing in and rushing out. See, the day you will realize that studying your candle, paying attention to what market is saying is more profitable than all these indicators. Indicators is just a confirmation trend and confirmation indicators. That is what you use them for. That is what you use them for. So when you go to the market, you need to understand those things. When you check this place, you see here, you see at this point, what this thing is pointing out is that this thing is showing you that this thing is talking about trend. Look at it. Please don't make mistake. This is talking about trend. This one is talking about oscillator. So anything you see in this place, the use of this thing is for you to identify the trend of the market, and you know that we have trend lines. So this thing is just pointing out the trend of the market. So get use of those things. Get use of those things. Then this one is showing you the volume, mostly the capital, the strength of the market, the kind of presence of buyers and sellers, the volume in the market. These things are simple for you to know. So you cannot use these things to make decisions. You can only use these things to confirm your decisions that they are clear. And this is why majority of persons that solely rely on trading on YouTube videos, many out of 2,000, only 1,000 or even possibly 500 are cashing out. And sometimes they think these things are scam. Sometimes they will get to a point they will be frustrated so badly that they never want to try again. My name is GDFX. In this particular video, I want you to chat me privately and ask me questions. I will assist you. And also, I'm giving out a promo. I'm giving out a promo to first 20 persons that will. I'm giving out Ember month promo. So if you want to enroll into mentorship with GDFX and you don't have enough capital, I'm giving out opportunities. Please chat me up. Tell me how much you can afford. If that is okay by me, I will accept it. If you are okay with that, chat me up. But if it's not okay by you, you are free to. But let me tell you, I don't do free business. I want to teach you Forex. I want you to succeed. I want you to start cashing out. This thing I showed you now, this thing I showed you now, it may take no, let me not go there. So just forget, even if you don't like me, that is not the main deal here. The business is what we talk about. You don't like the way I present my things. You expected me to do it this way. That shouldn't be your concern. The most important thing is that you withdraw from your derivative account. That thing should be your concern, not only depositing. So hating my voice, hating my content, I talk too much, I don't talk too much, shouldn't be your concern. Shouldn't worry you. Don't compete, don't compare me with anybody. We are not in any competition. For some of you that think that I'm a content creator, go to my YouTube, check all the videos that I've made. If you know how to calculate it, check it and see if maybe what YouTube is paying me can buy a car. Just go and check it and see. So when I tell you that I'm not a kind of, I don't know how to say it, but I do trading. I feed through trading. I work through trading. My savings is through trading. So whatever I do is trading. So why am I in YouTube? Because I have once faced all those things. I faced it. I faced it. I faced it. Go and ask anyone that's under my mentorship. Ask them how much I collected from them, and ask them how much time I spend with them. You will know that the reason I don't do free business is that when they pay more attention. But when they did not pay, they take it for granted. They will always wish that the reason you are not paying attention to this is because they did not pay, that you are hiding something from them. So they need to pay. So ask them how much they paid and find out how much time I've spent with them. I notice that almost everything goes in there because I know that one faithful day, I have this assurance that one faithful day, that one day we'll reap whatever we sow in people's life, even if it is not from them, but from others. And we don't want our children to come up and start suffering the way we started in this life. So these are some of my reasons why I should help people no matter the background they are coming from. So stop attacking me from different angles and stop being fooled by the results you see online, because many of them are not real. So there is one old man, a 70, 60 something year old man. This man came to me and I was watching him. The only challenge this man had is that he have seen results on YouTube. So when you are telling this man to cool down and follow the real deal, it was difficult. He want to use $5 to cash out to make millions. And I'm telling you, Oga, calm down. He was like, you don't want to tell me the truth. You don't want to tell me the truth. He was pesting on me. He was so he was there. I was like, Papa, cool down now. This is not how things are done. It was like, you want to hide things from me. Go and check all the results. If that person is not using demo, to trade with $3 is easy and possible. $5 easy and possible, but it's not what you are saying there. For that person to trade with that $3, $5, the person may have waited for 2 months, a month, 3 months. But careful analysis and place that trade. I was doing that initially. At the early stage, I was doing it. Then I discovered that what I was only doing is to convince people to go and try without coming out with positive results. That was why I now calm down and start doing the teaching aspect of videos. So, which I know that has helped people, but I am the only one suffering it because one, it's hard for my videos to go viral. Two, people hardly enjoy those things because it looks as if you are not, maybe you are not happening. You know that you are not happening. You are just the kind of dull, slow, come up, come up, come up, do things that will convince us that you are someone. Come on, that shouldn't be your concern. So follow these things and watch the next video, the last video I drop about this particular thing. Watch this particular video here. Watch it. Watch this particular video. Then come back to this. You understand what I'm saying? Then you now make decisions on the next move. My name is GDFX. For everyone that want to learn Forex now, I am giving out a promo in this Ember. It will end soon. So if you are interested, chat me up privately. Before you make any payment, make sure you call me to hear my voice, to be sure that you are chatting with GDFX. And remember that I have never called anyone on phone asking them to pay extra fee for the mentorship. I've never done that and I'll never do that. GDFX, I love you so much. Thank you.